What is the only thing that separates you from the Joker? It's one bad day. That's the only thing. Batman and Joker, two sides of the same coin. The continuous dance between the greatest detective of the world and the clown prince of crime begins with their related backstories, carrying the specific theme of having one bad day that turned them both into what they are as we know them now. The Batman and Joker understand each other like no one else can. Batman, born in Gotham City to the wealthy Thomas and Martha Wayne, witnessed their murders firsthand in a crime alley by the mugger Joe Chill, who let the young Bruce Wayne escape. This first-hand experience caused the young Wayne intense trauma and influenced him with a sense of justice and an enhanced need for vengeance. The ingredients needed to create the ideology of the Batman. The Joker, on the other hand, has many different histories, but the most known is that Joker was a struggling comedian. He then turned to crime under the moniker Red Hood to support his wife. One day, Batman stops him, and the Joker trips and falls into a vat of chemicals, bleaching his skin white, disfiguring his face, and altering his mind. The Joker wants to prove to the world that Batman is not some almighty being who can only do good. No matter how solidified their moral code may be, no matter how unwavering their sense of justice is, they can be broken. He wants to prove that the Bat is human, that he can do bad things, that he can break his own rules. The Joker is the perfect opposite and the perfect villain to Batman. Their very natures are completely opposed. Batman represents justice and tries to bring order. Joker represents pure chaos and crime. Batman's moves are well thought out, planned and calculated. Joker is radical, random, and unpredictable. Some iterations of the two are made to believe that they are in fact one and the same, that they are both insane and need each other. Joker will continue to cause havoc and Batman will always hunt him down. But no matter what Joker does, Batman will never kill him. He will only place him in Arkham Asylum, only for him to escape again and restart this vicious cycle. Joker is aware of this, and his only goal is to try and do the most twisted things, to try to get him to break. Joker killed Jason Todd, and still the Dark Knight didn't break. In The Killing Joke, he turned his attention towards others. He paralyzed and raped Barbara Gordon, tortured her father, Commissioner Gordon, and showed him the explicit pictures that he took of his daughter, all in an attempt to prove that all it takes is one bad day. Batman's moral code is so ingrained into him, as if it were a chain. This game, this dance with the Joker will never end, because Batman has to defeat the Joker on his own terms, with his own moral code, with his own ideology, by the book. If Batman cracks and kills him, the Joker wins. Justice is one of the last things Batman has to hold on to. One could argue that he already is insane, and I believe that if he were to kill, and it being Joker at that, Batman would snap, and a different, more twisted entity of himself would emerge. Because that moral code, that ideology, being by the book, that sense of justice is his tether that holds him down and centers his very being. In this dance between the Bat and the Clown, there is a prevalent theme of sanity, or rather insanity, looking at the idea that both Batman and the Joker are insane. While there are many definitions of insanity, I'm going to use the one coined by Albert Einstein, which is that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting the same result. But I believe that this definition only applies to the Batman. With this definition, I present to you the final panel of The Killing Joke. While I gave this definition of insanity, it was to demonstrate Batman's moment of sanity towards the Joker. Batman's approach to beating the Joker has always been the same. Capture him, bring him to Arkham. But in this panel, Batman tries a different method. He talks to the Joker and for a brief instant it seems to work. It's a heart-to-heart. He tells the Clown Prince how he understands him, and that he too once had a bad day. He tells him that instead of prison, they can work to rehabilitate him. The Bat for a moment realizes that their eternal dance has to end one day. It must. For the betterment of society, but for them, more importantly, the dance has to end because they don't want to kill each other. In this moment, Batman attempted to appeal to Joker's humanity. But it's the Joker, and he refused, telling the Bat that it's too late, and instead presents him.
This reminds me of a joke. See, there were two guys locked in a lunatic asylum. And one night they decided they didn't like that anymore. They decided to escape. So they made it up to the roof, and there, just across this narrow gap, they see rooftops stretching across town, stretching to freedom. Now, the first guy, he jumps right across, no problem. But his friend, oh, no way. He's afraid of falling. So the first guy, he has an idea. He says, hey, I got this flashlight with me. I'll shine it across the gap between the buildings, and you can walk across the beam and join me. But the second guy says, what do you think I am, crazy? You just turn it off when I'm halfway across.
Batman and the Joker are the two escaping the insane asylum. A joke of multiple interpretations. To me, Batman is the first inmate. After his bad day, he jumped across the bridge no problem. He is willing to move on, and to continue. But Joker is afraid to seek the help that he needs. Instead, he finds comfort in his insanity. He is afraid to face the trauma and the grief built inside of him. And when Batman pleads to try and help him, he believes he'll turn off the flashlight. He believes the Dark Knight will just imprison him once again. The reason they are two sides of the same coin is because of their essence, their very being is intertwined. One bad day has defined their entire lives.